Hey, welcome back, guys. Kanan Stark is on the Mount Rushmore of power characters. His infamous actions forever etched in stone due to their grisly nature. Prior to his last breath, Kanan was on the brink of achieving his series-long arc, the reclamation of his street empire. However, his moves leading up to victory ultimately cost him that. But what if things went differently? What would the Powerverse look like if Kanan was still thugging along through it? In today's video, we'll explore the limitless possibilities such an outcome would present. And in honor of Raising Kanan, which will reveal his past, we'll be predicting his future and what might have been. Before we begin, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and bell notification to immediately receive these videos. Also, big thank you to all of my channel donors. If you'd like to be the next one, drop $1 on that Cash App for us. And lastly, a spoiler alert is now in effect for all things Power. Here we go. The final season of Kanan found him on the precipice of victory. He had temporarily regained the trust of his former mentees in the name of revenge against Dre, allowing him to subtly dismantle their already fledgling bond from the inside. He further undermined the two by taking out Diego Jimenez, offering the death as tribute to Jason, Tommy's connect, and saved Jason's life in order to preserve his business interests all in one fell swoop. Make no mistake about it, Kanan was planting seeds that were beginning to bear fruit. His ultimate goal of regaining his street business by overthrowing the competition and taking the connect was within his devious grasp. However, as we well know, there was one factor he never considered: the disgruntled nature of his young upstart, Tariq St. Patrick. Kanan had spent nearly 2 seasons turning Tariq out to the drug game, creating a loyal soldier and surrogate son by extension. Tariq returned a betrayal unintentionally initiated by Kanan when he killed his son and Reek's earliest friend/role model, Sean Stark. That betrayal ended tragically for the legendary death artist at the hands of the police. But what if things panned out differently? Let's run down the reimagination rabbit hole. Tariq acquiesces to his mother's demands and sets Kanan up, just like before. However, instead of the shootout ending in death, it ends in major wounds for our favorite outlaw. Kanan is apprehended, bedridden by the multiple gunshot wounds sustained in the shootout at a nearby hospital. During his stay, he's placed under round-the-clock surveillance and experiences routine abuses due to his murder of several members of New York's finest. In time, Kanan heals from his injuries and begins plotting his next move. Before he can be transferred from the hospital bed to a prison one, Kanan takes out the guards and impersonates a hospital worker in order to get back to the streets, his only true home. Once 10 toes down on the familiar gravel, he decides to lay low until the heat dies down, an impossible task while in New York. Thus, Kanan heads back to a place he once used as asylum following his epic bout with the Ghost Man, Jukebox's pad in DC. Though Juke forced her beloved cousin's hand prior to her demise, this caveat was lost on her former girlfriend, Candy, who still occupies the place and is happy to see Kanan given their prior history. The two rekindle their romance and extend it in time as Candy's been longing for something real since the devastating loss of Juke. She also helps nurse Kanan back to health, something that warms his otherwise icy demeanor in their intimate moments. Now back at full strength, and with the Bonnie to his Clyde secured, Kanan gets back to business. He starts a crew and begins hitting licks in order to acquire the capital needed to re-enter the drug game on his own terms. With Ghost and Tommy at war with one another over the extinguished life of Angela Valdez, Kanan creates a renewed proposition to Jason. The Serbian boss is in the midst of playing Let the Best Man Win between his familiar candidates, and Kanan wouldn't be left out of the equation. He decides to extend the 2-man competition to 3, outlining that Ghost and Tommy's removal would be paramount to their forthcoming business relationship. Kanan, having been betrayed by Ghost countlessly in the past and viewing Tommy as a mere expendable pawn, agrees. Both men believe him to be dead, so the coup would be relatively simple. He reveals his existence to Tommy, who is ecstatic to hear that his mentor survived the police shootout. Blinded by times long past, Tommy's life is taken by Kanan in his home with a single shot to the dome. The first step in his march back to hood supremacy complete. There is no LA, no Chicago, Notebook 4. Then, Kanan catches Ghost slipping after a campaign event, and an epic round 2 of their glorious battle commences, with Kanan getting the better of his foe by limiting the one-liners and increasing the carnage. There is no political career, no betrayal of family, and no Tariq repaying his sins. Having satisfied his requirements for re-entry, Kanan acquires the keys to his long-awaited empire. With his drug business and lady secured, there was only one final piece of street justice to administer: Dre. Dre had been a thorn in K's side for far too long, and had even tried killing him via ambush through Cristobal's hitters, if you remember. Thus, Kanan surprises an unsuspecting Dre to finish him off personally. As savage as he killed his former street associate Rock, Kanan kills Dre, cuts out his tongue, and cremates him on the spot. There is no prison inferno. Having gotten his vengeance against his 3 primary antagonists, he once again spares Tariq when the two finally cross paths in the streets. Much to all of your chagrin, I'm sure. A Tariq death in this reimagining, as satisfying as it would be on the surface, wouldn't align with Kanan's prior mercies to him. That soul soft spot still remained, and Kanan stalled him out for a second time under strict orders to never see the youngin' on his turf again. A confused, bewildered Tariq agrees and saves his treacheries for those within his newfound sequel, leaving old bitter wounds to die hard in their own time and space. And there you have it. What do you think the Powerverse would look like if Kanan was still manipulating his way through it? How would a Tommy and Ghost death, coupled with Dre, all at the hand of Kanan, further add to the legend of this already legendary character? Be sure to drop me your thoughts in the comments below. As always, I thank you for watching today's video. If you liked today's video, go ahead and drop $1 on that Cash App for us, hit the like button, share it with your friends who are Power fans, and subscribe for more content such as this. This is Rudy P. Magic of Rudy P. Magic Beats, and have a blessed one until the next one. Peace, y'all.